This is Doxy Mom, and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't done so already, I'd greatly appreciate if you hit that little red subscribe button. You can ring the bell for notifications, and if you like this video, just give it a thumbs up. Well, Miss Cindy and I, we're going to bring you the news in 15 minutes or less. First, guys, if you don't see a lot of me this week, please don't worry. I've got several appointments this week. I'm making several Doxy dogs, and I'm sharing the word with my church this Sunday. But if anything major happens, a major story breaks, I will get back to you. But I just wanted to let you know that you may not see me quite as much this week. Now, on with this news. Now, there's been some rumors that Bill Barr is resigning, and about 5 hours ago, CNN said Barr is considering leaving his position. Market Watch said Barr may leave the Justice Department. So consider these are fake news sources, and by using words like considering and may, they avoid getting sued. Now, all I know is that there is a plan in place. Is he resigning? I don't know. If he does, maybe it'll be a good thing. I don't know. All I know is I'm not worried. I don't want you guys to be worried either. And no, guys, there are 222,450,000 federally sealed indictments that aren't going away. So just keep the faith, patriots, and keep on praying, okay? Now, guys, if anybody is interested, I have this cute little Doxy set, a mama and a baby, Western Doxy. The fabric, it looks like denim. But it's actually very soft. And I'm doing just a little set deal, which includes the shipping. So if you're interested in this cute little cowgirl Doxy and baby Doxy, guys, if you email me, I can get that in the mail to you today. Or if you're interested in any other type of Doxy, just let me know. If they make the fabric, I can make a dog. Now, I want to thank SLH for DMing me this explosive information on COVID numbers. That true patriot down in Florida, Ron DeSantis, he is mandating that all reporting of COVID-19 laboratory test results must include cycle threshold values and their reference ranges, and this must be done immediately. Now, if you don't understand the huge impact this will make on the COVID numbers, don't feel like the Lone Ranger, y'all. Now, Jennifer Cabrera, she tweeted this out. Breaking, Florida is now requiring all labs to report cycle threshold values and in tweet. And then Raluca tweeted this. For most, this doesn't mean anything, including myself. Can anyone explain what cycle threshold values is and does in tweet? So, don't tread on me, tweeted out a statement by Jason Christoph that says, the RT-PCR test being used for COVID involves a cycling function. The more you cycle the test material in the lab, the more test positive for COVID. If you cycle the test material 60 times, every sample tests positive for COVID. If you cycle it 10 times, no one tests positive. If you cycle it 30 times, some test positive and some test negative. This means all of our corrupt governments have full control of how many people test positive, depending on how many times they insist the test material be cycled. They've picked this test purposely so they can upregulate or downregulate the pandemic at will. End tweet. Well, guys, we knew they were lying to us, and this is going to prove it. So this is huge. Every state needs to demand these cycle threshold numbers, and people need to know the truth. And y'all know what the media is doing. They're making everybody think about the COVID numbers. It's a distraction from all the lawsuits that are happening with the election. Let's look over here at COVID, not over there at voter fraud. And there are going to be a ton of people that are going to be completely shocked when they announce that President Trump won this election because they don't even know about the voter fraud and what Sidney Powell and Lynn Wood are exposing. Now, people are busy. They're not paying attention, so be ready to explain it to others, your coworkers, friends, family members, about what is happening. Okay? And here's your daily reminder to pray for President Trump, his family, 17 in the team, our military, their families, all the lawyers fighting for our freedom. And guys, please keep Rudy Giuliani in your prayers. He did contract COVID. Now, I want to read you a couple of tweets. First one is by Charlie Kirk that says, in Georgia alone, sworn testimony alleges 2,056 felons illegally voted. 66,248 under 18 voted. 2,423 weren't registered. 1,043 used a P.O. box to register. 10,315 died before the election. 395 voted in 2 states. 15,700 moved out of Georgia, and 40,279 changed county and didn't re-register to vote. And then the Bradford file says Dr. Fauci is not a scientist. He is just another swamp bureaucrat drunk on his own power, and he certainly is. Rogan O'Handley says this is going to be a historic week, and Murray says, breaking, in Arizona, we have over 500,000 ballots that were cast illegally. 11,000 are overvotes, meaning more votes cast than they have registered voters. Just that alone would change the outcome of the election. And Robert Barnes tweeted this. In 1876, they decided the election contest for presidential electors less than 48 hours before Inauguration Day, which was in March back then. Any talk about have to decide by December 8th is not constitutionally rooted. What should matter more, an honest vote or a rushed vote? And General Flynn, he said this, an honest vote. That is what Americans want, and that is what Americans deserve. Our nation has sacrificed far too many lives for us to accept anything else. Hashtag fight for Trump patriots and hashtag fight like a Flynn. And he says at Real Donald Trump, we the people will not relent. And speaking of fighting for President Trump, I read this and just wanted to share this with you. This is from the Marshall Report, and it says, fight for Trump, he's fighting for you. Social media is lit up with cheers, support, and resolve for President Trump, and the liar media can't stop it. The more they lie, the bigger the cry to fight for Trump is shouted. Anyone who tuned in to the mega rally in Georgia would have to say, wow, President Trump has the love of the people. Who could even say otherwise? Oh, fake news and fake progressive Democrats who are playing the Hunger Games with people's real lives, piercing into the hearts and souls of all of God's creation. They are on a mission to totally destroy America and all the sovereign nations. Why? So they can turn up the heat and melt them all into one big pot of global dominance and control for their sick ideology to rule the world with an iron fist. It is truly right out of the book of Revelation. President Trump and Melania entered the Georgia rally among accolades and cheers of "We love you." All in all, MAGA supporters are getting under the skin of the snakes and even making television talking points. MAGA supporters like cat turd. Now, where are the Biden supporters? Where is the support for him? Has anyone seen any public support for Biden? I sure have not. One would think at this crucial point of the voter fraud issue that someone would come forward and shout how much they love the new socialism and lockdowns in their cities. Where are these people? They don't seem to be out there. Only fake news with propaganda about MAGA bad, lockdown good. The truth is, President Trump won, and no one can stop what is coming. We're just getting started, folks. keep standing and pray for our nation and pray for President Trump and all the patriots on the front lines. God is at the helm. Diane Marshall. So I just thought that was awesome. Wanted to share it with you. Now, Breitbart, they're reporting some awful news, guys, and we've got to pray against this. They're reporting that pro-life, well, this part's good. Pro-life leaders protested a radical abortion bill introduced in the New Jersey legislature that would allow women to have an abortion for any reason throughout all 9 months of pregnancy, repeal all existing restrictions on abortions, and force taxpayers to fully fund the procedure. A coalition of pro-life groups held Day of Outrage protest last week at the offices of New Jersey lawmakers who were sponsoring the legislation. And of course, that evil governor, Phil Murphy, he is backing the legislation. And guys, in my opinion, anybody backing this, they're Satanist, because Satanists claim every abortion as a sacrifice to Baal. Anyway, this outrageous bill strips babies of their right to live, strips women their right to safe health care, strips New Jersey healthcare workers and taxpayers their right of conscience not to participate in abortion, and even disenfranchises citizens from being able to rescind this in the future. So guys, we have to pray that this does not pass, and if it does and you live in New Jersey, you might want to consider a move out of that state. So just pray that New Jersey, this will not be turned into law there. I will leave a link, and I'm going to leave you with Matthew chapter 12 verses 30 through 32 that say, "Whoever is not with me is against me, and whoever does not gather with me scatters." And so I tell you, every kind of sin and slander can be forgiven, but blasphemy against the Spirit will not be forgiven. Anyone who speaks a word against the Son of Man will be forgiven, but anyone who speaks against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven, either in this age or the age to come. Well, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, this is Doxy Mom, and God bless you all.